How'd you sleep?
I got some good sleep. I mean, okay sleep. First good night of sleep in a few nights. But still pretty much wired. Just thinking about everything, and you know, now life has to, training has to go on. Obviously, what's the date today? 30th. Today is the 30th, and the beautiful wedding was the 28th. And it was just a fantastic, the most beautiful week ever. And I've just been, the most beautiful week, yeah, really ever, obviously, culminating in the ceremony, getting to see Lara walk down the aisle and just getting to see people from my whole life, like literally people you've grown up with, people you knew when you were a child, and then people you meet as you grow up, and then people you meet together, and then meeting people I never met from Lara's family who are from Italy. And it actually felt similar, some aspects felt similar to a triathlon, and like there's so many details and aspects to take care of. And the night before, like I just was so like, I guess, nervous of having everything go good, and nervous to be up in front of the crowd and be saying my vows. And like I literally was up till 4 in the morning and then up at 6. So I pretty much went, and then obviously the wedding night was, Leo is an interesting boy, let's just leave it like that, you know. We went to bed at 1 the night of the wedding, and Leo woke us up at 5:30 in the morning. So then big sleep, and now obviously getting focused on triathlon here. And I have been back to work doing some good stuff, and now it's like time to buckle down and really get motivated and get uncomfortable, because when you're not fit, it's a lot harder than when you are fit. Like every workout is harder, like even a little 10K run takes a lot more effort, right? But now I'm motivated from within, and obviously I got a huge year planned here. We committed to the T100, and it's the right decision for me. Obviously this year I was 6th on the T100. I still did extremely well, and I love the broadcast. I like to challenge myself, and for me it pushes me to be better at this swim. It's like, it's a handicap. I go in and I do these races, and it's a handicap, but I really had to reflect that this year I actually made, my only real mistake was not making it to Kona, you know, but otherwise I did everything right. And yeah, we had like a slow twitch feed going. I asked people on slow twitch, okay, think about like the financials of things, and people are actually quite astute of like what it means to do the T100 versus the Pro Series, and what winning, say, you know, regional Ironman like 70.3 St. George, a North American Championships there means compared to a T100. And like there's so many different things I'm considering, but at the end of the day, like in this last 6 weeks have been perfect for me to think what success means for me as a man, right? Like, and because is success winning a world champion? I'm gonna ask some rhetorical questions, you know, just is success winning world championships but not having the life you enjoy living, like say having a family, or just having the experiences you want? And or is success making tons of money, you know, chasing after 70.3 wins, but not doing the bigger races? Or is, you know, success being a YouTube star, for example? Like there's all these questions, and as I've grown up, like I came into it just thinking success would be like all about winning a world championships, and that's like what it's going after. And don't get me wrong, that is the definition of success within the sport of triathlon, but as a whole, it's more important to set up my whole life of what do I want my whole life to look like, and success and happiness and fulfillment for me. And my family gives me so much fulfillment. You know, my now wife gives me so much fulfillment, providing for them the experiences we want in our life. To me now, it's the most important thing, and I think I can do both. And it's playing the long game of how do I create the entire life in the way I want, to get the performance I want, to have the life experiences I want, to have the joy I want, to have the fulfillment I want. And it's in a way it's more complicated than when I was just a little younger, because it was like, okay, chase that world championships at every cost and nothing else matters. But now I want a full and I want a complete life, and I know in the long term, like that's what's I also just turned 29, by the way. So now that I'm 29, you know, I also felt like, holy cow, I'm no longer a young spring chicken, you know. I'm still young, but I felt 24, 25 in my mind for years. And now I'm like, you know, knocking on the door at 30 and just realizing like, yeah, like we get to create the life we want in the way we want. And it's not always as simple as black and white and you figure everything out, but it's also the longevity of the sport. Like I believe my family makes me better at triathlon because I've got them around and I've got more purpose. And yeah, just life is so full of joy, right? Life is so full of joy and love and answering the big questions. And so now the first race will be, I don't know if I'm necessarily, I don't know what I'm allowed to say so far. So anyways, the first race will be around April. You know, you never know, you sign these, you commit to these things and you don't know what dates when we're allowed to say things or not say things. So we'll be racing first in April.
Every time I close my eyes.
You're gonna have to say bye to the whole Italian family again.
I know.
You're gonna miss your flight. Gotta allocate 2 hours for that. Here we are. Gosh, let's check the details. We made it 72 miles. 3 hours and 21 minutes. Gosh, let's see. It was, I'm a little out of breath, I'd say. Average power was like 258 power. And I did the climb at, it was 43 minutes at 293. So yeah, just kind of good old fashioned moderate work, pretty hard work. And I gotta tell you though, I'm just riding on cloud nine. I'm just so happy right now. And I feel like I have, I guess you could say like clarity. I feel like I've been lacking some clarity in my life for a little while, in all aspects of what I want my life to look like. And this weekend just gives me a glimpse of that, right? Like we work so hard for so long for things like training, right? You train hours and hours and hours and hours, and life can feel monotonous at times, but then you have something like a big event like a wedding, and the whole thing goes in like 8 hours, right? And you prepare for months for it. Well, you prepare your whole life for it, really, to meet the one you love. And I guess obviously it makes me realize you gotta enjoy the whole process, right, of just the day-to-day, but that there's these big moments that are important. And I think in triathlon, I just have some big moments I wanna chase next year, like these tours. It's great having all this money in the sport, all these tours, right? And there's an aspect that's like a job. Okay, I gotta do these tours, or at least one tour to try and make the money. And like when we become a professional triathlete, we have big dreams, but the real goal is to be able to provide for the family. And I'm definitely doing a great job of that. But then there's just, I just think, okay, let's boil it down to a few things. Like I want to have an amazing race at St. George, and then my ultimate ambition has always been the Ironman World Championships. And I've never even raced at Kona as a professional, and it's time to start, investing in myself in that. And I'm actually very excited about Nice next year. Obviously Kona is Kona, but I think the course in Nice may even be better for me. I know I'm a big guy, but I can climb, and so I'm excited for that challenge of investing in that. And then I'd like to win another Ironman next year, and I'd really like to win a T100 race. That would be amazing. Like, forget winning the series, obviously, again, got to do well in the series. It'd be great to be top 8 or so because you get a great paycheck, but like, I'd rather win a race in the T100 and really pick one to win rather than picking like 14 objectives in the season. So I guess I'm putting it out there. Those are my objectives right there. And I mean, an even bigger objective though is to just like really enjoy what I'm doing, enjoy the process of triathlon, enjoy the process with the family, and tie them all together in a life that I'm just waking up and thriving with the daily process of life. Phew.